What's going on, guys? Kyle here. Today we're trying out this new game, Cyber Rebellion. It came out roughly 2 weeks ago tomorrow, but I just heard about it yesterday and I've been playing it all day. So this is a very similar game to Marvel Strike Force, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, things like that. And it it takes the best parts of those games, does it well, gives you this cyberpunk aesthetic, as well as I believe they've done the characters very, very well, especially seeing as they've done their own IP. So let's check out the characters, right? So right here we have all the characters that I have on the left, uh, have all their abilities, and it does this very similar color coding thing that you see all the time. Down here with green, blue, purple, and then orange for their rarities. Now, what's very interesting about these characters, if we go over here to database where they tell us more about everything over here, we can go to archive. Now, right here you can see most of them start as green, and then you can go from green to blue, and that doesn't just change their quality, it's 2 units, so you can actually use both if you want to. And then what's very interesting, from blue to purple you have 2 different options, and this is very, very friendly. As you see, I have tons of them done. I have all of these purples done. I need to get to a few later levels to actually take them to double S. But if you're to play a low spender, you're going to be able to do this realistically. Not just, a couple years down the line you'll have 1 or 2. This is a very possible, very powerful thing. And what I really like is, while you get to choose if you want to go one way or the other, you can kind of do both. So let me show you. If I go over here to modifications, and let's say Saki that we were just looking at, I have all 4 of these versions unlocked. Now if I go here to fission, I can choose which one I want to craft. And then right here shows me the requirement I need to get them, and then you also see down below I need to star rank them up, and to increase their stars you need copies of them, as you see the shards over here. What's very nice is you can actually use universal shards to fill them in, and you get a good amount of universal shards just even in this first day. Now that's the characters, kinda. Let's talk about, this is a turn-based game, as I said, very similar to other ones out there. And I think right here is the best way to show you. So if we go to skills right here, instead of upgrading the skill itself, you upgrade these boxes, these codes, and they're class specific. You throw them in there, and then let's say you're like, I haven't used her in a while, I want to try out this new character. You can literally grab those codes, no cost at all, throw them in the new guy, take him for a spin, as long as you're able to level him up and get his other stuff going. Now what's interesting is they all have several abilities. They have their basic attack, they call it unique here, but in other games it's known as special, their passive, and their ultimate. And there's 3 ultimates here because during battle you can upgrade them. It starts at level 1, then goes to level 2, then goes to level 3 if the match goes that long. They all do the same effect, but then more stuff is tacked onto it as you go, allowing you to really ramp up and finish the game at some point, right? Now the passive is based off your class. We have single target DPS, multi-target DPS, tank, and support. And support isn't just healing. There's also like defense down kind of supports, offense up kind of supports, things like this. Now, what's very, very interesting is you have some characters like this one right here, whose whole gimmick is putting bubbles on the enemy, similar to like freezing from other games, where if the enemy that I bubbled goes to use a skill or an attack at all, uses up 2 bubbles and cancels their skill. So her damage is not nearly as high as other people, but she is able to CC people down by stopping them, similar to a stun. But this can be cleansed, similar to a stun. So very interesting things. Then we have the tanks over here, which their tank passive isn't what I would expect from things. So as we see right here, they get taunt for the first 2 turns in battle no matter what. All tanks have this, but it only taunts basic attacks. What I love about this game right here is it'll tell you the nitty gritty. So you can choose to have it show you little text or full text. So you can have it right there. This is skill details right there. It tells you just the bare minimum what it does. You can go there where it tells you everything in great detail, what it affects, how it affects it, what percentages, things like this. I really appreciate that in this type of game. Now, as far as game modes, we do have PvP over here. This is one-on-one PvP. Dylar, a fellow content creator right there, is one of my attack targets. We're going to battle him just to show you how battle works. I'll leave it on auto, but I'll explain what's going on. You get energy bips down here, which are called energy, right here. And this is based off the number of your units. You start with a couple and you get more as you get character slots. And then when a character is knocked out, your max is dropped. As you see up there, my name says 8/8. That's my max energy and at full. A lot of characters also have abilities that give you energy. Now, you don't automatically have all of your abilities set at the very beginning. Each character has one ability ready per turn. So what's actually a decent strategy is you can only choose abilities once you're at full energy. So what you can do is only use 3 or 4 energy on a turn, and then every couple skills you're able to have a new sequence, use ultimates, use specials, lock down targets as you need to, things like this. There's also burn effects, which is damage over time. There's characters that trigger burn effects, which doesn't get rid of it. It just says, hey, tick one more time right now. So we have that for PvP. We have another PvP, which I have not, 2 more PvPs that I have not got a chance to play. I'm expecting the one on the right to be turn like a actual like the one on the left that we just did is me fighting his AI. I would hope that the one on the right that unlocks tomorrow is going to be real-time PvP, which would be super cool. And the middle one, just based off the name, sounds like PvP versus enemy. So maybe there's 3 teams at a time. That would be very interesting, but we'll see how that happens on the 3rd day. Let me know down below if you want me to continue covering this. But jumping into PvE, which is the majority of the game. So we don't know about Dimension Assault because it hasn't popped for me yet. Then the only thing left is World Map and Cyber Siege. Cyber Siege is very simple to explain. The one on the right that I have unlocked right now is kind of a story unlock. As you see, I'm able to go through different difficulties for the main characters and then get clear rewards as I go through those. There's different bonuses. You get a bunch of bonuses if you use that character. Special training. This is going to be for modules, which is another upgrade material down the line, not till the 7th chapter, which will probably be day 2 or day 3. Merc Frenzy. This sounds like a very, very cool thing where we go through different stages with different bosses, things like this. I have not played it yet, but just from what I've heard about it. World map right here is where most of my stuff has been recently. So we have story right here. I'm in chapter 5. The bips around it are the stages I've completed. We have covert, which is the hard mode of it. Same thing, just hard. R&D facility down here, which is your resource development. Skills right here, which is the level of your skill. Now, what's interesting is we can do higher stages all the time, which will then, the idea here is you beat it up, you get a bunch of these, as you see, 20 to 28 level loot right there, put them on all my units of that range. So then once they're all 26 plus, then I can challenge the next tier and get them all to 32, 33, and then keep it going like that. To the right over there is upgrade materials for units, experience, things like this. Field recon right here is a very cool game mode. I like it a lot. You get these keepsakes, which I'll explain in a minute. But you get to go through these. And as we see right here, there's a boss at the end. You get 5 actions. There are different ones for different levels. Now, this one, for an example, I can go up and all the way over. This is like chapter 2 of it. But I could get some upgrade materials, the keepsake over there, or I can get what this is called intel down here. And if I go all the way across this intel right here, the boss is going to level up, giving better rewards, but I'm not getting the stuff up there, and the boss gets stronger as you do it. We have Blitz, which is exactly what it sounds like. This is just your quick run-through mode. It doesn't require sweep tickets, which is a great mechanic. Supply raid. This is a way to make story mode harder. So as you do this, you get resources, sure, but you get primarily these proof of elimination. This is, there's so many enemies here that they all get boosted, as we see. It's behind my face right here. There's so many enemies that they're all getting boosted by, I believe it's 60, corrosion level. Enemy attack and HP increased by 50.16%. So as I complete those missions, the red bar goes down, and then the stages become easier. And then once I go to stage 6, it's going to be the same thing. Got to bring them down so I can fight them. Rebuild over here. As you get those things done, you're able to get your 4 classes of units bonuses based on the quality of the unit that you put in that spot. Let's see. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, it's 2 things, but they're both equated. So over here, and keepsakes. Now, keepsake, this is my character right here. Keepsakes are what you put on your character to make him look cooler. And then they also give us bonuses, as you see over there. Not for the ones that are equipped, these are unlocked bonuses. How do you get these? By doing the missions of your characters. So if I go over here, database, go to archive, pick one of them, and you'll see in the top right hand corner I have 1 out of 3, and you get 1 per day, and then it's the fate biography right there. Let's check out ones that I've done already. Down here, I've done my purple quality ones. So if I go here, it's their story mode. And then at the end, you get their keepsake right there, which is their story memento, but it also ends up being a fashion thing for your main character. And the only thing holding you back from getting it is 1 copy of the SS, which there is a very good pity system, as well as when new characters come out, there is a creased pity system. But this is first day of playing Cyber Rebellion, guys. If you want to download it, I'll have the link to the Android one down below. I don't really mess with iOS. If you want to ask me questions, join my Discord down below. Until next time, guys.